Hi guys, this is going to be a little bit different video. As you can see, I have Danny, and I was going to start working on my videos on how to program him with the control unit. But honestly, I don't have it in me right now. Which should have been a great day. Actually, take that back. Which should have been a fantastic day turned into a beyond shitty day. First of all, it should have been a fantastic day because today was my dad's birthday. People might be saying, okay, whatever, it's your dad's birthday. But going through everything my dad went through, or I shouldn't even say went through, is still currently going through. 6 months ago, we didn't even know if he'd have this birthday. And while we're still waiting for his post-radiation MRI, he had to start chemo maintenance yesterday. And apparently the chemo that they have him on was on a stronger dose than what he had when he was doing it with radiation. So my dad was violently sick all day for his birthday. And he was still trying to tough it out. And that just shows what kind of a person my dad is. I tried to call and talk to my dad today, but at the point when I was available to call him, he just wasn't feeling well and wanted to go to bed. So I let him go to bed. I did make a video of my kids singing happy birthday to him and telling him how much they love him, and posted it on Facebook and tagged him in it. But it should have been a fantastic day, being able to celebrate my dad's birthday again. Why did it turn into such a shitty birthday? Is because I lost a friend of 15 years. This is a friend that I consider an incredibly close friend. In fact, I'll read my Facebook post. Because after this happened, I posted it on Facebook. And first of all, I want to thank Crystal from Life with Crystal, because with all of this going on, I mean, I can't even put into words the friendship, like support and being there for me with what went on today and yesterday, because this actually started yesterday, or actually a couple days ago. So this is what I posted on Facebook. I am heartbroken. Someone who I consider to be a close friend of almost 15 years posted a video a couple days ago. Okay, I'm going to stop here from the reading, as this is not an argument. This video is not going to become a big debate against or for vaccinations, vaccinating your children or yourself, whatever. If you're going to turn this in, if anybody out there wants to post their opinions on vaccinations, your comments will be deleted. If you continue to post them, you will be blocked. And if multiple people just continue to post about it, I will just disable the comments, because this is a heartbreaking thing that I am going through. This is not a debate on should we or should we not vaccinate children. Everybody has their own opinion. You're not going to change somebody from one side to the other. So, I'll continue. I put that in there. Please do not make this a vaccine debate. The video the friend posted was, well, this ends the autism debate. And that's in quotations because that's what the video was titled. And in the video, it was a mother talking about her triplets getting a pneumonia shot at 9 months old. The mother would go on to say that all shots cause all autism, because her babies were smiling the day before, and hours after the shot they weren't. I replied to this post and nicely asked her to please remove the video. As a parent of a child with autism, we are fighting against the stigma that vaccines cause autism. The friend and I had a discussion. Okay. I didn't really describe it in here because the post ended up being long enough. Her and I, after I kindly asked her to remove the post as it was hurtful to people with autism. And she kind of ignored that part, which was kind of hurtful again. But then she started asking me questions. And so we talked back and forth on the post. And the discussion was of genetic issues, genetic mutations, like genetics causing autism, vaccination injured, and allergic reactions to a vaccine or an ingredient in the vaccine. In that conversation between, it was just the two of us at this point, this friend had no idea there was a difference between an allergic reaction to a vaccine and somebody being vaccinated or vax injured, essentially what it is. I know people who have had just an alert, and I'm not trying to downplay it, have had just an allergic reaction to a vaccine. It's still a major ordeal. But I've also had friends who have had that are vaccination injured due to a specific vaccine. And I've seen both sides of this. I've also seen people living with genetic things that aren't even autism. So it was just a discussion going back and forth. She then moved it to PMs as there was some personal stuff she didn't want on her page. She asked me a bunch of questions about autism. With that, kind of rewind to last week where my family and I were at a drive-in movie while my kids were on Christmas break. We went to see Coco. And I'm trying to spend time with my family at this point. But being the person I am, this friend started messaging me while we were at this movie. And like I said, it was a drive-in, so my phone wasn't distracting anybody around us because we were in our own car. And she was panicking about some information she had found out earlier. And with this information she found out earlier, she was worried about autism. First of all, knowing the people that I know with autism, the adults, the children, is there things to worry about when you have a child with autism? Yes. But there's things to worry about when you have a child that's neurotypical. There are things to worry about when you have a child that has cancer. Parents are going to worry. It's going to happen. And just because your child is diagnosed with autism, it's not the end of the world. Every child I have met that has autism is amazing. And when you meet one child with autism, you meet one child with autism. I know families that have 3 children and all 3 of them have autism. I know families that have 5 children and only one of them has autism. I know a family that has, like my best friend, she has 5 children and 3 of the 5 have autism. Each one of those children are amazing in their own rights. Every child's amazing in their own rights. So when all these people get all huffy and afraid of the autism, I've seen literally people, afraid of the autism. What are you afraid of? Your child not being perfect? Because even a neurotypical child is not perfect. You'll never have a perfect child. My parents thought I was, quote, a perfect child, but there's stuff that they don't know that I did during my childhood. I was just good about hiding it. So that's a whole nother subject. Anyways, so this discussion happened about 2 nights ago. Yesterday, I get a notification of someone commenting on her video post. It was a person that this friend has known for less than 6 months, straight out started attacking me. She was telling me how I'm not allowed to silence this friend's request as she has an illness. Mind you, this illness that the friend has nothing to do with autism. The friend does not have autism. So the silence request because she has an illness had nothing to do with this post. She then begins to post link after link of random websites and blogs as her sources, and how I'm wrong and all autism is caused by vaccinations. Okay, out there, I don't care who you are. To win a debate, you need to cite a credible source. And most people on the internet know that any idiot can make a web page. And on that web page, any idiot can post anything on it. That doesn't make it true. I mean, I've been watching the Leah Remini Scientology show. And some of the people on that show, the Church of Scientology comes on and starts making these pages with accusations against these people. Does that make it true? Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know the truth. I'm just going by what the show is, and they're saying that it's all false, the accusations the church is making against them, and they're trying to destroy their reputation. But anybody can make a web page. Anybody. I could go make a web page making a statement, but that doesn't make it true. Just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true. So back to the post. She says everything the CDC and NIH post or say are all lies. When I try to defend myself and my son who has autism, she starts attacking and begins to, quote, speak for him. Yes, she actually multiple times said she spoke for my son as well as she spoke for everyone with autism. Or how she worded it is, I speak for autistic people. First of all, if you really cared about people with autism, the politically correct term is you put the person before the disability. So saying I speak for all autistic people, you're already lost a huge bunch of credibility. When I tell her to cool it, she has no right to speak for my son or anyone with autism, she then starts attacking my parenting. She continues to quote. She continues her quotes of random pages and blogs. I then straight out ignore her, which seemed to piss her off even more, and she continued attack. Then a mutual friend stood up for me, and the woman began to attack her and I. Or her and me, I don't know. I always get the grammatically correct way of saying that wrong. And it got to the point that both the friend and I were just like, you know what, this lady's a raging lunatic. We're not going to get anywhere with her. I'm arguing with a wall, you'd get farther. So the friend and I just dropped it. If you haven't figured out by now, the friend is Crystal. Crystal is the mutual friend. Well, today I get another notification. This lady has once again started attacking me and my parenting on this post. She is now quoting the CDC and the NIH. When I pointed out she is being a hypocrite, she just attacked me, saying that she knows what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and she knows my life better than me. Once again, I just blatantly ignore the lunatic, and I ask my friend to please remove the post. As now, not only is this post damaging to people with autism, it also shows how sad it is, let alone that I was sad how she allowed this lady to attack and continue to attack me and our mutual friend, and Crystal. I also PM'd her asking her the same thing. 8 hours after I messaged, at the point I posted this, it's 8 hours after I messaged her. She has been on Facebook posting, even replying to other friends' messages, which once she was straight out ignoring my message, I was talking to Crystal, and like I said, Crystal has been a tremendous help through all this. Crystal's like, you know what, I'm going to try to message her and see if she'll reply to me. Because both of us were noticing she was coming online a lot. This friend does not have a computer and only uses Facebook Messenger on her phone. So it's blatantly obvious it's not, oh, I had my computer on, so the messenger was up and I walked away from it. It's when it's showing she's on, she is actually on. Because on your messenger, if you have the app open, it'll go idle. But if you turn the app off, it'll just show you as offline. So she replied to Crystal's messages, but still ignoring my message, and the post still remained up. And to me, this is a sign that it seems she cares more about this lunatic that she has met online less than 6 months ago than someone she has known for almost 15 years. Someone she has met 2 times in person, who has spent time with my family. She has. She has spent time with my family, my whole family, including my children. Who I repeatedly this past spring would call her daily to check up on her because I was worried about her and her well-being when she was going through a really tough time with her family. It broke my heart because tonight I had to unfriend her. And like I said, this is not a debate about pro-vaccines, anti-vaccines. This is my story of how what should have been a fantastic day celebrating my dad's birthday ended on I was in tears because somebody I considered a very good friend couldn't even stick up for me. And it's heartbreaking. It sucks. It straight out sucks when somebody you think is your friend turns around and does crap like this. I mean, it's one thing to disagree with somebody in a respectful way. Had this lady come off and been like, you know, I disagree with you, but no, she was straight on attacking. Crystal saw the whole post. Crystal has read the whole post. And it was hard. It was very hard. Because I lost a friend over some, like I said, the only way to describe this lady was a raging lunatic. There was no civil with this lady. There was none. There was no civil conversation with this lady. And then after I unfriended her, Crystal noticed that this lady had then begun posting links to random websites about autism. And one of them Crystal did comment on. And as of last, Crystal ended up going to bed, but as between the time Crystal commented on it and the point she went to bed, the lady didn't reply. But I'm sure there's going to be some replies in the morning. But before I also deleted this friend, she had posted something about she was worried about a family member. And this lady then goes on to say how she's praying for the friend, she's praying for the friend's family member, and is basically is these 2 paragraphs, and then she starts quoting the Bible. I mean, like I said, the only way to describe this person is a raging lunatic. And I'm heartbroken over this. I mean, I literally was crying as I hit unfriend. And at this point, if she tries to apologize, I don't know if I can accept it. At this point, I don't think I can accept it. Because the initial post was made. And this friend does and has in the past posted conspiracy theory stuff. And once again, a lot of her stuff comes from just, she says it's credible sources, but honestly a lot of it is fake media. It's fake news. Is there fake news in mainstream media? Yes. But going back to the any idiot can make a web page. And just because something on the internet does not make it true. And she has had issues in the past with her family questioning her sanity about posting these conspiracy theories. Yet then she's befriended somebody like this who is, a lot of those websites, once again, it's BS websites that she was quoting. So, I mean, how can you fix your family relationships when you're aligning yourself with somebody that's just going to distance you more? And, you know, it would have been one thing had she just deleted the post to begin with. It would have been fine after the lady began to attack me had she deleted the post. Because I would be mortified if somebody I didn't really know that well started attacking a longtime friend. I would be mortified by that. To the point that I would probably unfriend that person and delete the post. In fact, I have done that. And it wasn't just a random friend. I deleted my cousin because I had put up a post on my page about rainbow babies. And my cousin came in attacking me about calling my kids rainbow babies. And my cousin, attacked me. Okay, I was just going to ignore it and just whatever. My cousin's not of right mind anyways. But a friend tried to stick up for me. Mind you, this is a friend that I hadn't even known for a year at this point. But it was a friend who I had friended on Facebook, and we talked quite a bit, and we saw each other about once a week, once every 2 weeks. So then my friend then turned her anger to not only attacking me, but attacking this friend of mine. And the only way to diffuse the situation was delete all the comments, and I removed my cousin from my Facebook friends. Because you're not going to come to my page and disrespect. It's one thing to come to my page and disrespect me in an impolite and aggressive manner. And it's another thing to then turn and attack a friend of mine on my page. No, I'm not going to stand for that. And even the thing between me, in the case that I'm talking about now where I lost my friend, when her and I were talking on that post, there was no attacking. It was basically her asking a lot of questions. Was honestly what her and I going back and forth were. Was her asking a lot of questions. She was asking a lot of questions. And I was trying to answer them to the best of my ability. I was not proclaiming I was some sort of expert. But even the questions that she was asking didn't even necessarily go with the video that she posted. And maybe I'm the type of person that if I post something on my Facebook and somebody finds it offensive, not even offensive, if I post something on my Facebook that somebody says that I really don't understand and don't really know anything about, like for instance with lupus, I'm not saying I don't understand it. I haven't done the research like Crystal does with lupus. But say for instance I've made a post on Facebook that all people with lupus, it's caused because of this. Well, I don't have lupus. My children don't have lupus. And to my knowledge, none of my family, anyone in my family has lupus. But I just reposted a video that's making a broad statement. And Crystal came on and said, well, you know, in my research, this isn't true, and this is very hurtful to the lupus community. Because the lupus community is trying to get past the stigma. And posting things like this actually damages the progress that we have made with acceptance for people with lupus. I would have instantly apologized to Crystal, and then I would have removed the post. Because I was in the wrong. I don't know the research. I haven't put in the time to do the research. But I'm just rambling at this point, but I mean it really sucks. And you know, talking with Crystal through this whole thing, I'm like, I don't want to do it. But the irony is this person is always talking about deleting toxic people from her life. Yet she seems to be adding incredibly toxic people that she doesn't even know in person in her life. But this is just me venting. It's been a hard day. It's been a really, I should say hard evening, because it was a pretty good day up till that point. So I'm going to end this video here. If you made it through this whole thing, thank you for watching the whole thing. And as I said at the beginning, this is not a vaccination debate video. If you're going to post comments about debating vaccines, pros for vaccines, cons for vaccines, oh, vaccines do cause autism. If you're going to make that broad a statement, you might as well just not even waste your time. Because I'll tell you right now, it'll be removed and you will be blocked from commenting on the channel. Simple as that. So I hope everybody has a better day than I did, and I will see you all later. Bye.